Hello and welcome to another video by Decadev. Today we're going to be talking about installing Node.js. So I'm going to go on Google and type in Node.js, press enter. Here's the actual Node.js official site. I'm going to go download Node.js LTS. Now LTS is usually the even numbered versions of Node.js, and they give long-term support for those versions. There are bleeding edge versions like 21, but you'll notice the odd numbered ones are the sort of version up, but you'll find the long-term support are the ones that are evenly numbered. So I'm going to click on the download. This will automatically be downloading for Windows. If you notice it's there, it's only like 15 seconds or so to go. Once it's finished downloading, we go into the folder. And we can double click on this node v20. Maybe different by the time you're actually watching this. Next, accept the agreement. Always feel free to read the agreement if you like. Next, this is where it's going to put it, C program files Node.js. Next, leave these as is. It's pretty much selects all. We've got it basically installing the JS runtime. Got a code repack manager, an npm package manager, some online documentation shortcuts, and actually adds it to the path so that you can actually edit. You can run it in terminal. So we'll click next, and here's where we can have automatically install necessary tools. This can kind of be a bit of a long thing, and it can put a load of stuff in. I believe it may actually even install Python and Visual Studio build tools here. So, which I suppose technically could be okay. So I'm going to say yes to automatically doing this. Bear in mind, it installs a package manager called Chocolately. I sometimes use that for automated installs for things anyway. So personally, I like to click this. It does add a bit of time constraint and time to the installation of the node, but I think it's useful in the long run. So we'll click next and install. It should come up with this yes, no thing in a moment, hopefully. And there it is. It's just saying, are you sure you want to allow this installer to make changes to your system, which obviously we do. So I'm going to click yes. That's going to proceed with the install. Once we get here, we click on finish, and then it will need to go through the other steps because of us ticking that extra box. So I'll click finish. And if you notice now, we have this other box come up. Tools for Node.js native modules installation script. So have a quick read through this. But basically, we're just going to press enter to continue. Then it explains using third-party tools, blah, 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 saying there's no extra warranty for these things. That's just a disclaimer. It's going to install Chocolately, Python, and Visual Studio 2009 workload vs VC tools. I'll press enter. It's going to bring up that yes, no thing. So we say yes to that because we want it to allow it to do things. It's going to pop up a few things as it goes. So we'll just let this do its thing and install stuff. Okay, that took a little while. A lot of the time was spent with the VS or Visual Studio redistributables and stuff like that. It just depends on the speed of your internet as to how long it takes. But once it's finished, we should be able to go to the start menu, go all apps, and we should have a Node.js portion. So we can go on to Node.js and just run it just for completeness. So that's working okay. And we should have a Python that's been installed as part of the application. So that saves us actually going through and installing Python ourselves. And that works, Python 3.12 at this time of recording. So we literally have that going. Awesome. So now that we've got this working and sort of like here, we could do another test. If I go to terminal, we have the terminal app. Now, the terminal app basically runs a PowerShell to start with. Now, if you want to run a Git bash, you can go down here and click on Git bash, and it will run Git bash inside the terminal. So that's another way of getting to Git bash. And the thing is, now we could say node -- version, press enter to show that we have access to Node. That's Node.js. We can do Python -- version, and see that we've got Python installed. Now, Python was only installed as an ancillary to Node.js. It just saves us actually installing Python separately. So now we've got that. We've got the VS redistributable, or the VC redistributable stuff as well. Notice this Windows Software Development Kit stuff. That shows us that we've got that. So everything's all installed. This concludes the video for installing Node.js. Have a great day.